Hi there, welcome. I'm thrilled to be here. I want to start out with some thank yous to Christina for creating this amazing opportunity for all of us. Nice work, Christina and team. So impressed with this product and so impressed with the audience. And thank you for having me here today. So when you have an opportunity to network and to grow your business, you really just have one job. I know networking can get such a slimy reputation sometimes, but it doesn't have to be that way. So what is this one job? Oh, hello, looks like someone's watching. Hello, hello. So what is this one job that you have to do when you're networking? So it's pretty important to network, honestly, whether you're doing it online, at a group, in live, or maybe at an international, at a virtual setting. But I promise you, the one thing that's going to grow your business is by getting the word out there, right? First of all, you have to have a product, then you need to be able to serve your client with what you're having. Oh, hi, Connie. Hi, friend. But then most of all, getting the word out, not only about your business, but also to build this amazing team around you as you build your business. Building a business can be a lonely road. So I'm the owner of the Veranda, an international virtual networking experience for women in business. I've had such a blast growing the Veranda. But let's take you back to what that one job is that you have when you're networking. So where did I learn this? Why do I know this? Well, so I've had this beautiful, beautiful opportunity of leading live executive networking events as an executive director for almost 10 years. And this room was full of about 100 executives in 2 different markets. And oh my goodness, I learned so much. First of all, I love these people. They're business owners, they're executives, they're CEOs. And I just got to rub shoulders with them for so long, and actually lead their events and then be in their meetings and just enjoy their company. And first of all, I learned that business owners are pretty freaking cool people, honestly. I love them. Second of all, they're risk takers. Third of all, they know how to grow their business. And in networking with each other, they saw the importance of this time spent with people at their level. So, you know, they always say that we are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with, right? So who are you spending your time with? It's really important. You know, I always laugh because we have this same conversation with our kids all the time, don't we? Where oh, hi, Sherry, welcome. We have the same conversation with our kids, like, who are you hanging out with? Who are your friends? Your friends influence you. Well, it's true. I 10x'd my income by changing who I hung out with. Like, hanging out with these executives, I learned so much from them that it totally changed my life. So once you surround yourself by the right people and they're helping you in the right way, then it's going to elevate your business. It's going to elevate you as a person. Do know that it's scary. I know this. I have spent almost 10 years scared. 10 years scared because the people I was surrounding myself were pretty intimidating, but kind and good. But I felt a little that imposter syndrome that we all know as we try and grow business is so very real, this imposter syndrome. So what did I learn and how to network? Let's teach you, because there's no sense you trying to figure this out on your own when I can teach you from being at the feet of all these amazing people. So when you walk into any, hi Jen, oh my friends, I love you guys. When you walk into any networking experience, there's a few things that happen to us. First of all, we tend to judge the crowd. So I want to tell you to not do that. Don't judge the crowd. When you walk into a room, we all do it. This is like something that we hate to admit out loud, but we'll be like, nah, I need to talk to that person. No, I don't need to talk to that person. That one can't help me, or, you know, and we just kind of, we judge them. We eye the crowd. So first of all, don't do that, because this is why. You don't know who they know. You don't know who they know. And so don't walk into an event and decide just from looks who you need to talk to. You need to try and let all of them in as much as they possibly can. Oh, Christina's watching. Well, Christina, now I feel famous. Hi, Christina. So, so don't judge a crowd. When you walk into the room, you need to build a relationship in some way with almost everyone that you get to talk to. Now, you can talk to someone and have a pretty good idea once you get talking to them if you need to excuse yourself from a conversation. But once that networking event begins, here is your one job that you have to do when you're at a networking event. Are you ready? Can I have a drum roll? Seriously, this one thing will totally change the way you think about networking. And so this is it. You have one job, and it's to build trust. That's it. It is not to get your business card into someone's hand. It's not that when you network. It is not to try and like spew your business all over anyone that will listen to you. That's not it. You have one job when you go to a networking event, and it is to build trust, to build a relationship with that one person. Hi, Debbie. Now this is why. So every one of us use a network of about 250 people in our network that we use on a regular basis that we don't use. That's a cruddy word. So it would be like people that we communicate with, or we on a regular basis are talking to. So think about it, like from business to work, to home, to maybe church, to school, to that basketball game that's on my calendar for tonight. Like, including all of those, about 250 people will rise to the top of your most frequently used contacts. Most frequently used is the wrong word. You know what I'm saying, though. The ones that you talk to the most. Of course, family is in there. And so because you have this one job to build trust with the one person that you're talking to. Okay, so let's build this. So let's pretend it's time for your networking event to start, and you're placed at a table, right? And maybe there's 5 or 6 other business owners at your table. So in that circle, I like to call it the table of trust, honestly. You have to think of it that way. Okay, this is my table of trust. I have one job. So when I sit down at a table and I'm going to make a relationship with someone across from the table with me, all I have to do is become a friend to build trust with that person. And this is why. So if you have 5 people at your table and you're the 6th person, right? So if you have 5 other people at your table and you build trust with every one of those 5, you are not connecting with 5 people. That just multiplied, and you're connecting with 1,000 people. Does that make sense? Because 250 in every person's network times 5 is 1,000. So that's how you can make that magic trick happen, that you can actually build a relationship with maybe there are people behind them. Okay, so imagine this. I love to show a graphic when I teach this lesson, but I don't have that ability right now. So imagine here's your table. Behind each one of those people at your table, there's 250 people, right? Now I'm gonna build this bridge. And in this bridge is this friendship, this new trust that I have that becomes the gateway to her or his network. Most likely, I'm gonna bet you, I'll bet you some money right now, I'm gonna bet you that you are not sitting in front of your next customer. And that's one of the biggest problems that people have when they go to a networking event is they go there to sell their stuff to the person they're talking to. But most of the time, that's not your new customer. Most of the time, your new customer is behind them, right? They know someone that can help you, or they know someone that needs your services. So think of it that way, like, okay, it is not my job to go in there and spew what I do over everyone that is on my table. No, 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 no. And doesn't that give you a beautiful visual when I say it that way? But honestly, don't do it because it feels that way, right? No, 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 no. All we have to do is build this trust, this friendship, because then it becomes a bridge to their contacts. Now, there's a few things that you need to do before and after. Let's see, I'm about halfway through my time here. There's a few things that you have to do before and after you go to an event. One of those things is to be able to talk about your business in a way that doesn't put someone to sleep, okay? So I love to call this my one breath story. Can you talk about what you do without taking a breath? I wish I could hear you. I wish I could hear you say your one breath story. So imagine this idea of getting on an elevator, right? You've heard this before. Getting on an elevator, you have one floor to be able to tell someone what you do. So what's my one breath story? Well, I say just what I do. I say, I am Shelly. I'm the owner of an international virtual networking experience for women in business. It's pretty basic, right? And I want to leave them a little bit like wondering what I do. If I tell them everything I do, guess what? They're going to check out. They're going to look at their phone. We have such short attention spans, right? So you have to hit on that. You have to hit on the curiosity factor, but don't tell them everything. Just tell them a little bit, because then they're going to be like, oh, well, what does that mean? Okay, so it's virtual. Does that mean I don't have to get a plane ticket? Does that mean like, okay. And so, yeah, I can see their mind thinking through this. And it's purposefully mysterious. So put your one breath story together. You want to test it? Let me tell you who to test it on. Test it on a teenager. Because that teenager has an even worse attention span than someone on an elevator, right? Or someone at your networking event. So test your one breath story on a teenager, and they will tell you if it sucks or not. They'll be like, yeah, so mom, I am asleep in the middle of that, right? So test your one breath story on them. So get that together, write that down. Somebody put that in the comments. Get your one breath story written. Those are my words, I made that up. Totally do it. Next, you need to be able to validate yourself. You need to be able to talk about you in a way that's respectful, like, because someone's gonna go like, what do you do, right? Like, what do you do, and what are you gonna say? Come with it in mind, like ahead of time. And so I love to call this your 9-word validator. All right, so my 9-word validator is, I'm Shelly Yorgesen. I'm a networking guru. I am a friend collector extraordinaire, something fun like this. So I have it ready to go. I know exactly what I'm gonna say. Actually, the one I have that I use most is, I'm Shelly Yorgesen. I'm a networking guru, an award-winning people connecting networking guru. That's what I usually say. Whew, that was back there a little bit. So 9 words, try it. How do you talk about you in 9 words? And then your business is your one breath story. One breath. If you have to take a breath, they're gonna check their phone. No paragraphs allowed. Okay, so those are 2 things that you need to do before you get to the event. I have a whole training on this, by the way, and a blog I could share if you want it. Okay, so before you go, I want you to have your 9-word validator about you. I want you to have your one breath story about your business ready. I want you to walk into that event with the idea that you're building a table of trust, right? That's your job. You got one job. Build trust, right? Don't spew. No spewing. That's gross. And then I need you to do this other thing. You ready for this? Before you ever go to an event, I want you to schedule time on your calendar for after the event to do your follow-up stuff. Because you are going to meet people, and they are going to take time to take care of your relationships after the event. But if you're going, pedal to the metal, and you come home from the networking event, you throw your business cards on your desk, and you're on to your next task, your next appointment. No, no, no. So come home from that event, you need to have already scheduled at least an hour for yourself to do some follow-ups. You've got to have time for it. You've got to have time for it. Let me tell you a fast story to help you understand the power of taking care of people. So I grew up on a farm, milking cows, swathing hay, and in 1980, Mount St. Helens exploded all over our farm. And I'll try to tell this story without tearing up. It always makes me tear up. So we have ash, volcanic ash, all over our farm, about 600 acres. And this is a big problem. We have cows that can't eat. We have a crop that needs harvested, and the ash just laid down, the alfalfa, everything just laid down. It was a mess. It was a huge mess. So it took a year or so. It wrecked the equipment because we couldn't operate in the dust. I mean, it was just a massive mess. So consequence of that was a bankruptcy on my parents' farm. And so they divided the land. They kept about 300, no, it was actually less than that, about 200 acres, and gave the rest, the rest went to bankruptcy. And so they were able to salvage this 200 acres, and they opened a dairy. And that's when I began milking cows and feeding bottle calves every morning. But here's what happened in that bankruptcy. So in the bankruptcy that my parents filed, there was no requirement for them to pay anyone back. And I don't know if you know about the bills, the amount of bills that happen in a farm, but they are enormous. Can you imagine the water bill, the power bill, the fertilizer bill, the seed bill, all of these? This is huge. My dad drove to every person that he owed money to and said, he said, I can't pay you now. I can't pay you now, but I will pay you back. And of course, all of these vendors knew that he had no legal right, he wasn't legally bound to pay anyone back. But to him, what he'd always taught me was, Shelly, business is about relationships. And to him, it was way more important that everyone got their money than that he got out alive. And so honestly, you guys, within 5 years, my parents had paid all this money back, all these huge vendors that he owed money to. So that is where I learned to take care of business relationships. You have to take care of these people. It's a powerful lesson, and I hope you'll let it sink in, because like my dad taught me, business is about relationships. You need vendors, you need customers, you need people in your network. You need all of that because it's going to help you grow. It's going to help you get to the next level. So here you are back again. You're headed into this networking event, and it's time for you to be done. You've built your trust. You've had your words. All of this, you have to go home and you have this time set aside to follow up with this stack of business cards that you're going to get, and some of them are going to be golden for you. All right, what do you do with the follow-up, right? Guess what? I know. Are you ready for this? So again, before the event, I want you to do this. You're going to write out your elevator pitch. This isn't a normal elevator pitch, though. This is an elevator pitch written from the point of view of the person that you met, the person you built trust with. So here you are, you're sitting at a table. Let's say her name is Sarah, okay? So when you get home, you're gonna send this email to Sarah because she has Jennifer that she wants you to meet. So Sarah is your bridge, right? Jennifer's in Sarah's network, probably your customer. Sarah's not usually your customer, but I bet Jennifer is. Got this? So I'm gonna write my email and I'm gonna say, hi, my name, so we're writing this from Sarah's perspective. So Sarah does not have to write about your company, okay? So let me see if I can remember what mine says exactly. So, hi, I met Shelly at a networking event today, and I just feel like there is a mutual benefit for me introducing the two of you. Shelly is is the owner of an international virtual networking group for women in business. I think it'd be mutually beneficial for you two to meet each other. See, Sarah did not have to write about my business. That's hard. Have you ever tried to write about someone? If I tried to write about your business, Christina, I'd be like, blah, and I didn't know what to say. But if Christina handed me something for me to share, I could totally do that because I didn't have to write it. So you're just saving them this time, right? Saving them this time to, and then pass it on. Now, at the end of that email, it says, always a call to action. Always, always, always a call to action, okay? I have CC'd Shelly on, that's my name. I have CC'd Shelly on this email. Feel free to reach out directly to her. Okay, it doesn't have to be email, right? If you're a messenger girl, if you're whatever, it can say whatever you want it to. But have them tie it to you so you can follow up. Now, on your first reply, copy Sarah on this and let her know you're taking care of her friend Jennifer. Leave her in the loop. There'll be a natural time when it's time to let Sarah go, and she doesn't need to be bothered being copied on a bunch of emails anymore. But for a second, Sarah's gonna watch you. She's gonna wanna know that you're taking care of her friend Jennifer, right? So copy her on that. Hi, Sarah, it's so great to meet you at the networking event. This is me speaking. And Jennifer, it is so nice to meet you. I cannot wait to catch up, right? Also on that email, probably super good for you to put a web address or some website so she can check you out, right? We're all about stalking these days. So you're gonna wanna check her out and see, or she's gonna wanna check you out and see if you're legit and all of that. So I hope that helps you at your networking event. If you want to practice, Christina said I could invite you. I'm so excited about this. If you want to practice some of these skills on a networking event, we have one coming up February 7th. It's all from your screen, all from your screen. You don't have to fly anywhere. You don't have to buy lunch. One of my favorite things a member said was, this is like the perfect networking for introverts. I don't have to worry about who I'm going to talk to ahead of time or who I'm going to have that lunch with I'm nervous about. So it's international. Our membership is from Australia to Florida. It is actually a 2-hour event, and it is powerful. I have tried this process in live events for 10 years. I know how to help you. I know how to do this. So we meet all on one screen. We get to listen to, I'll present a CEO message that's a business builder message. Then I have a guest guru speak, and some of them actually are members in here. Jana Short is a member of this group and presented last week. She was my guest guru last month, did an awesome job. Some powerful learning from each other, take home into our businesses. And then this is where the magic happens. You ready for this? It took me like a year to figure this out, how to create what I have done in my live executive events and how to pull it off online. So then I can move you into breakout sessions online, and you're just talking to 5 people. Inside these breakout sessions, we'll go through my proven process to pull information out of each other and find out how to help each other. What are your needs? How can we help each other build this relationship of trust? And when you get done with these breakout sessions, I'll tell you what, you have 5 new people who have your back. Who want to help you, who want to help you build business. This is a fun, fun, fun experience. It's kind of a formally informal experience, like we're timed, there's music, it's exciting, we do prizes, it's fun, but it's also like super comfortable. And this is why we right at the beginning say, listen, you're in a safe place. This is a safe place to bring your broken stuff. So if you're building something and you're not making $1 million yet, we don't care. We want to get there together. That's our mission on the veranda. So I think my time's almost up. I want to tell you one other little thing. Thanks for the hearts and likes. That's so fun to see come through. One other little thing that you're going to enjoy. So we're taking this fun networking group on a humongous trip. I have a few spots left. One of our members is a publisher from Australia, She's published almost 200 books, and she's was bossing us around the other day on the veranda. She's like, every business owner needs, thanks for the hearts, that's so fun. Every business owner has a story, that's why you're in business, and so you should be published, you should have a book. So I partnered with her, and get this, we are going to Ireland. I rented a castle. We're doing a networking and a book writing event at a castle in Ireland. I interviewed the Earl. I did, very fun, who is engaged. He's never been married. And he says, as soon as we wed, she'll become the Countess. Okay. Anyway, it's a full year event, this networking event. We start 6 months ahead with what's your book about, how to get started. And when you're in that castle, I want you writing. I want you to say, I wrote this book at a castle in Ireland. We're also going to be having a powerful networking experience while we're there, bringing in Irish businesswomen to network while we're there. Also, our virtual event will happen from there. This is October 2019. So comment if you're interested in either. I'll put the link in here to register for the upcoming networking event. And if you're interested in Ireland, I can send you that link as well. I only have room for 17 more. A castle really doesn't hold that many. I was shocked, actually. So, all right, I gotta go. That's all my time I've got. It's been such a pleasure hanging out with you. I will be back in February, and I can't wait to teach you more about the power of networking. So goodbye for now. And Christina and team, you rock. Thanks for this opportunity. It's been a blast. Bye for now.